How you doing there, folks? Welcome to episode 68 of the V&M podcast, our Donegal Special. Imagine that. First of all, we want to say a massive thank you to this week's episode sponsor, O'Reilly Sports, who have very kindly given us these Donegal jerseys.
They're nice, aren't they?
Lovely.
They're a nice job, aren't they?
You have a nice set of toes.
I do, I always did.
Yeah.
I always did.
They're fat though, they're not muscly.
You've seen them in the flesh, obviously.
That's not right.
I'm only
there.
joking.
I'm on a fucking cut. Best cut of my life. For my wedding.
We want to say a massive thank you to this week's special guest, Mr. Brendan Devenney. First of all, thanks for coming down. I'll say this week is mental for you, sir.
Aye. Better
It never stops anyway, does it?
Aye. It doesn't, no. Aye, just kids and life and family and double, triple jobbing. Have a joke in the house that I do 4 jobs. There's plenty of days I do none of them, but there are days it gets a bit busy, aye, but...
I would say this week's just mayhem, but is it?
Aye, it's the wild lot of things. Every day there's a podcast or there's something on, but guys, nothing as big as the V&M.
Yes! Clap that up, Mark.
Clip it up and actually put it up on YouTube now.
There you go.
It's going out now. Could you say Brendan X, Lamavati, Portadown, Van Harps, Donegal, St Eunan's, Kildrum?
Yes, but you
Kildrum.
We have very, very talented researchers.
And NFL? No, not NFL. Fucking
quarterback.
left back in the house.
Fucking more clubs.
No, what do you
New
call
York
it?
Giants.
What do you call it? You played in Ireland. You won it, didn't you?
The compromise rules, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. That's the most homework he's ever done in 68
Wow.
Well, I know Britain.
Fuck, that's a lot of clubs.
That's a homework. It is a lot of clubs.
Yes, a lot of
Jesus.
clubs. There's far more than that.
Is there?
I played in England, everything.
Did you?
Aye, semi-pro, few different things like that. But listen, are we keeping it to the guy?
You're right there.
I'm going to go back and check where I fucking
See,
got that one.
do you know, you're soccer. I hate calling it soccer too, though. It's a bloody American word. but
American,
just to differentiate it. But listen, you're obviously a soccer-leaning man. That's why he knows all that side of it.
Yeah.
But you know.
Because that's just like, oh, he played with Kildrum and all. I was like, oh, he must have been doing his research, but then.
But it never says Kildrum on my. But I knew you played for Kildrum because I seen you play.
We won't know as a senior. That'd be great time. Eh?
What do you call the big fucking right midfielder? The big kind of. Was he gingerish?
Keith Higgery, no.
No, he's not big. He's built like a jockey's fucking
there's
belt.
nothing on top. He needs a wee job, though.
Oh, I know. Now, what do you call him? Big strong boy. I remember watching it.
Dermy. Was he?
Dermy.
He's free.
Wide, quick and strong.
For us.
Aye.
See, we had a thing with Gildrum where the Newton boys there was a few boys in St Johnson, but it was Newton folded. So then about 6 or 7 of us went over, and then you had a couple of 3 or 4 St Johnson boys. And then if we had to bring in somebody, McDade had the muscle. He had the clout.
muscle,
So he'd throw a card to somebody. Like,
That's fucking right,
like Dermy or Ronan Coyle.
Ronan Coyle,
So if we had a gap to fill, McDade went in the transfer market.
Oh, yeah.
So we were so if you're missing something like a right back, a keeper or something, we would bring them in, and he was good to you, and McDade, you know what I mean. He gave me a few cars, and I give him back them and bits, a few of them, you know. Mad old times.
Soccer or Gaelic? What made you go to the soccer? Was that just to keep you fit, or was it you just loved it too?
Growing up in Newton originally, you know, there was...
Well, soccer first, though, wasn't soccer? Depends where you grew up,
Do you know, going in there, first place I played Gaelic was in Derry. I had an auntie in the Bogside. Celtic Park was their home pitch. It was called the College Field. Then the wee park beside it was Celtic Park. And it started at under 10s in Derry. And I used to go in there in the summer. And we used to play in Templemore, blitzes and that.
Templemore.
I'll tell you, they're still some of the best memories of my life.
Daisy Field. Daisy.
The Daisy Field was the soccer pitches on down. So that's you again, your soccer head.
Funny wasn't born back then.
So, and listen, I'm still friends with them boys, you know, them Derry lads, you know, and still see them now and then. We Coo Hollins was our team, you know.
Coo Hollins. You played in the North. Where did you not play? I'd say, Brendan, you're the kind of boy who was at school, and if they were away playing snooker, you would go, or basketball, or hurling.
Or running. Used to get out of class. I used to be a class runner.
Who wants to play shot put? You're away, like.
Hey, Brendan, so tell us the crack this weekend. Was it? I know it must have been just mad. What's the plans now from here on?
Aye, a couple of things on, you know. There's a bit happening with GA Palestine tomorrow. There's they're still going to have the documentary for the kids are supposed to come. I'm emceeing a talk night then down in Donegal town. I'll do RT Friday, game on. I did a podcast earlier today, Smaller Fish, quite a good one. We do it every week. And then Saturday we have an up for the match in the Hardcourt. We're staying there with Highland. Sunday then I do BBC and Highland and a couple of things before it with Legacy Sports. And then after that, Sunday evening, there's a few things happening, a bit of reaction. And then we're back to Donegal Town for a show with Highland on Monday. So
I've just got tired there listening to you on about it.
I know, lad, I know.
That's busy, lad.
Do you know what? But it'll be over this time next week. But hey, I will be in one way. You'll take a big breath. But it's great crack too. You know, the big thing is don't drink too much alcohol.
Yeah.
Because you want to enjoy it and get the buzz for it. So you can have a couple of beers. See if you get locked into anything. They're not worse. I've gone to so many games with the head up the hole, and your brain doesn't work right either.
Not at all.
Do you enjoy? See that busy flat all the time. Do you enjoy that? Do you?
I don't have any choice.
No, well, I suppose
I
know this week's clean mad altogether, but like, do you enjoy it? Like,
I do get downtime. You see.
Yeah. You need that, though, don't you?
So you do, but it happens at weird times for me, you know. So it just depends. At the week there is different times where it settles. I suppose the weekends then can be quite busy, and it's just a matter of mixing it all in. But like Trasa, my wife, loves football. And all the boys like it too, so sometimes you can interact with that. Like Trasa will be coming down with me to the game. One of my sons is coming as well. The other boys are too small. Matthew's not that bad, my eldest boy, which is good because tickets ain't easy to get, man.
No, they're
Tell me about
not.
it,
But it just goes to show you how good a wife you have. You're very busy, like.
Aye.
I'd be.
Well, see, even last year when I coached unions, I had to ask her because it was her time. You know, if you're not there, that means you're not there to look after the wee ones all the time.
Yeah.
So if you're going to take a job, you have to make sure that she understands it. But she said, "Go ahead, it's gonna do 1 year. Let me in because I really wanted to get involved in it because it was annoying me so much watching them." So I ended up coming back in last year, but again, I don't know how I fitted that in.
When you're not doing it now.
No, because I still see their training regime because I'm still kind of along with the boys a bit. And we still are interacting a bit. I took them one day there. The boys were all on holidays there. The management team was on holidays. So me and Kieran Doc took them.
Oh, big Doc.
So it's nice to go back in and see them and have the crack with them and that. But it's just time. And then my problem is it's not even my time then. It's the kids, you know. So you gotta be there. And listen, I just like hanging out with them and you know, you hit the weekend and that. And it's not even sometimes the time. Say, most of my family live in Gweedore during the summer. So if I'm up here and there's a lot on, I don't get down to see them, and then that's, you know, starts to kind of wear on you. Like everybody talks about peace and quiet, but see when the house is quiet then, see the first night, great, cabbage out, kitchen's a mess, you're drinking beers, you're acting the idiot, you know what I mean? And then
the spy lounge is on.
The spy lounge, you're out the spy lounge.
There's a nightclub underneath his house, just to push that off. I had to get that on there.
It's a dungeon. So you know, the second day, honestly, already I'm kind of like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
No.
So just used to it that much, I suppose. But you were saying there about, I was going to ask you how do you switch off, but you were on about the sauna and steam room and all. Do you find that a big help, like?
Aye, mostly the detox from the lush.
Yeah.
Lush drink means drink.
Subtitles. So that's how you spell stage. I never was too sure how you spelled it. You know?
No one knows. We just threw it up there and everybody went with it.
Do you know what? Joe Dix actually told me that was wrong.
Yeah, I've never seen it spelled like that, but it was
Is there
an A? Is there an A in it?
Is there an O?
It's up.
Stosh. Stosh the joke.
Check that. Google that, Mark.
That's the Newton version.
That's the new Stosh.
Google that. No, it's not the dictionary. But Joe Dix told me that it's spelled wrong, but sure, who's the fucking knows?
It's not the dictionary. It's just a word from Letterkenny. Stash the joke.
It is.
Do you remember that years ago? Stash the joke.
Of course, man. Sure, listen, once I got out of Newton at 13, listen, I always loved Letterkenny. I always knew I was going to live here from the get-go.
Jesus.
And there was no team in Newton for a couple of years, and Newtons took me in. Like, we won a couple of minors, and I was at school with all the boys anyway. I was always staying up here with all the Letterkenny lads. So you had two groups of friends, you know, and that's just the way it was. I just liked fucking hanging out, but there was more action in Letterkenny. It was more, just more teal.
More teal.
More subtitles.
We're scared.
Means woman.
Hey, let's talk about Donegal. What a fucking season, like.
Aye.
Huh?
Unreal.
Unbelievable.
Listen, basically Jim brings the magic, you know, Murph back. We're living in special times, and when you're on about, things being busy and everything leading into this week, when are we going to experience this again?
That's
So it's not like Kerry were in 3 of the last 4 All-Irelands. Like, it's different for some teams. It's different with us because the common denominator is gym.
Yeah.
I mean, 2014 we were in All-Ireland final. That was our last semi-final. Even though we won Ulsters under Bonner, we never got to a semi-final. And that's the difference, you see. That gym just brings this other element. So that's 6 years of gym now. That's 5 Ulsters and 5 semi-finals.
Madness.
We had the year off in 2013 where we really weren't on it. We still made it to the Ulster final. But that was the only year where we weren't Ulster champions and in a semi-final. So for a team like us to be here now with Jim there, with Murphy back, it's pinch yourself stuff. I'm trying not to think about next year in case Murphy's not there. And I'm thinking, well, he's bound to do one more year. But we'll get this year out of the way first.
They have took a different step. Do you think it's a lot to do with Murphy and his leadership and he's just an unreal Gaelic player? Like,
listen, he's the best Donegal player to ever play, and he's so far ahead of everybody else because he could play basically in about 12 different positions. You take most players, they might be able to play half forward but half back, which is weird now because the positions don't mean the same. But I mean, even in your old type starting 15, Murphy could play every forward position, midfield. He could play half back as well. Listen, and who could do that? And he would do it probably better than anybody else on the pitch.
his IQ too.
Yeah.
IQ.
So listen, just everything he brings, and he's obviously he's just a full-time athlete. And I'm just thinking, some of them younger lads that wouldn't have played with him just to come into the team in the last couple of seasons. When you think like Zakir Murnat, you imagine Shane O'Donnell, but imagine if Murphy in there calling the shots or setting the tempo. I mean, the assurity that we give you in a dressing room is just it's unmeasurable. And then of course you have Jim in the background, and everything he says happens. So I mean, if you're constantly getting that belief, the history's there, everything's with you. So they'll get into this final, just everybody know what to do. They're ready. They've got a full clean bill of health. So it's really like everything's just right for Donegal now. But that said, they're playing
like
the
a very
best
good
on
Kerry
team.
team.
They're fat, aren't they? Hey,
Aye.
these are a
Different
fat
fitness
team.
from your days.
Oh man, different fitness.
Can you explain that? Like,
What's that? I think it's even there's the boys on the bench are sitting they're ready to fucking go.
that's the difference too. You have McBurry
Do you know,
coming on.
it's just I don't know. It's different, isn't it? But
It's training every day.
Yeah.
It's full time. I mean, we were. There was a big off season with us where the only training you got was a bit of break dancing and the grill. There was a level of training pre-championship which was tight and a nightmare. But you didn't need to be that fit for the league. You were reasonably fit.
Yeah.
But you weren't hopping fit. And then there was big build up the championship. It was different then as it's gone into what it is now. It's week on week now, and the S&C and the science behind what the boys is doing.
Aye.
Sure, they've all went. Like now when you see county players at club games, they stand out for me so much. You know, they physically look different from the other guys there.
They're built like.
Well, that's it, boys. Don't get me wrong, our Union's boys, they're flat. Like, it's only, like, the county took a massive leap, and the club's slowly catching up. Like, they are flat out. You know, we have our own gym here at Unions and the boys, full programme. So, it's not that different to what Donegal are doing. You'd think, obviously, Donegal are maybe doing it a level above, but I wouldn't say there's a lot in it.
Does the club standard keep rising? Just?
So you can keep asking for more, which is a bit dangerous with the lads, you know, amateur players and all that. You can keep asking for more because that's what's going on. So everybody's pushing the boundaries. So if you want to sprint constantly for the game, like we see certain boys doing, Mogan, Murr, Shane O'Donnell, like they just seem like they can just keep running. So you imagine the training that it takes to get you onto that.
Yeah.
The level that they're
I
at.
would love to go and just somebody film and try train, do Gaelic, just do the season, and train and see what it would like.
You want to join the Donegal squad?
No, Unions are club level, you matter, or maybe fucking St Fakers or something.
You'll not get any video of the Donegal.
I know he wouldn't get on that. I know no club would take.
No, but he's Donegal's got this big shutout now. I remember Jim put a big barrier across.
There's no media. No.
You see, there was the sessions weren't closed before, and there was one of them actually in Letterkenny. Joe Brawley must have been on holidays. And he came down and sat up in the stand, and then he read quite a few articles about the training, which I think really peed Jim off. Like Jim's very tight with stuff like that. He doesn't like any kind of stuff, you know, coming out about what they're doing. And although Dad said, do you remember the fucking 2014 final near Jock Road? He was up the tree, remember? He got caught up the tree, taking probably Kerry.
That was funny.
And the crack was, they fucking seen him, they come over after him, he jumps off the tree, takes off, drops his wallet, he's an idea in it. And listen, he's a sorry big man, I know him well, I was in the beer room a few times. But there was a petition launched then to kick him out of Kerry.
Yeah. You had a problem with your hip, did you? When you were playing, because you were hitting the free kicks and hitting off. Did you tell me that before?
Oh yeah.
You were hitting free kicks and hitting off your right hand side. Was it left hip or right hip?
Do you know right? It was. Do you know what that was? That was the soccer and Gaelic together. When I properly had time to research, and I've played for Harps on Saturday night, played for Donegal on the Sunday. You know, same weekend. I've actually played for Harps. I've actually played for Harps in Cove Ramblers on a Saturday. I went to Dublin the Friday. I was up for Dublin Supporters Player of the Year thing, right? Kieran Brogan then was up, in fairness to him, Pigeon and that. And we had a few pints up there. Got the train to Cove on the Saturday, and I played with Harps on the Saturday night. I actually scored, which was unusual. Me and Kevin Q was up front. And honestly, I went out for a few beers. No, you're fit then, like I didn't bother too much. I remember I come back, sitting in the bath. The next morning I got up, I got a taxi to the airport. I flew back to Dublin. Boy lifted me at the airport, drove me to Ballyshannon to play against Galway in the league. Honest to God.
Jesus.
You'll see that now.
That's fucking. That's why I had the hip problem. Because there was no breaking.
There's no breaker.
Listen, Harps wouldn't let you do that now. No. Donegal. Like, it was unheard of. But at the time, you were just in this in between thing of National League, as I say, wasn't ultra serious.
Yeah.
And Sneaky Speaky, I used to call him up at Harps.
Jonathan
He was a shark down the back of the bus with the cards. On down, so he'll steal your money. So I nicknamed him Sneaky Speaky. I love the nickname, boys. And so he didn't mind either. So he ended up playing quite a few weekends too. But looking back at it, it was too sore in the body. But honestly, I didn't. I felt at the time I could just bring it on.
There was no recovery time for you, like?
No, and the recovery's about going there.
Nice.
Yeah.
8 hours sleep, I reckon.
So what about to say to you there? Does Jim did he cut? You're not allowed no media or none of that, no interviews or no shows or none of that from any player.
That's why Murphy and I'll come on.
No, he'll not come on because of you. But is that just?
I was the backup to Murphy tonight.
He's been looking to get Murphy on this last 4 years.
That's the job. The text word. Got Murphy.
Hey, what's that? Is that focus? Or is it just?
There's no benefit to it
Yeah.
for the group, right? And lads are a wee bit unsure now. After match there, boys will talk a wee bit, and it's very general anyway. You actually wouldn't get anything from them. It would be the same kind of stuff anyway. So, and it's not fair in the Miller. And again, go back to the amateur thing, say somebody in puts up an article saying, here, Brendan Devenney reckons, we're going to take Kerry. So everybody's so afraid of that, even though really nobody in Kerry give a shit, and nobody really here would. But there's such a fear around anybody saying anything. It's very deep now in the sport, and even as I say, when you do interview players, they don't say anything anyway. So, like, most of the stuff I do is it's all ex-players and that. You'll get a point of view then, which is fair enough too. And players, they don't really have to do it, but it's always, I think there's a part of it too where you got to sell the game. So you need the interview from Murphy. You need Gallen. You need these boys to be out actually at least saying something, because it's promoting the game as well. Because with a split season now, a lot of people think the GA's really doing damage to itself, because it's 6 months now without your county players, which means nobody sees them, and you lose the media side of that, and other sports take over.
That's right. They're away a long time from the clubs, aren't they?
They don't need to promote this game, and
No.
It's just fucking massive. Do you see the amount of people selling fucking scarves?
Their children for weans.
Ever.
Or what? Selling their weans for tickets.
That is mad. Like,
Sneak them on me in a backpack.
Anyway, you get us tickets now.
Yeah, go up to Hull and hand the boy in the gate €50.
Don't be
up to hell. Watch out.
You'd have a queue in Dublin Sunday.
That is.
There's a headline in the paper now, Devenney. They'll not let me in the crew.
Up to hell. Come here, take away Murphy, as you were chatting about him. Who has really stood out for you this year? Not at all.
Do you know, lad, funny, last night I was talking about this. There's a couple of times after Donegal games where I've started to talk about players who are playing well, and you nearly you end up, you could just name the bloody team.
All time, man.
Do you know, and obviously
That's true.
some people are playing a bit special in there, but really, they won't in the next game, and the other boys do. So in terms of the season, this Donegal team, there isn't anybody that you would say, is it now? There's been times in the season, obviously Gallen from last year has just hit the heights now and then. You know, Murphy was injured since he's come on. Murphy's close to man of the match every game. Conor O'Donnell playing corner forward, you know, he lost his way a bit, lost his place in Ulster. Since he's come back into the team now, he's absolutely hit form. So there's been players who've dipped in form. Like Kieran Moore at times has looked unbelievable. And then we haven't got him in the game enough.
Yeah.
You know, Shane O'Donnell is just unreal every game, his ball carrying. But then there's games he's been very dangerous in front of goals as well. So every game going in. I mean, Hugh McFadden, you know, he was left out against Louth, comes on half time. Absolutely, it's a colossal game.
Aye.
So, you know, you're looking at everybody. Langan's performance against Tyrone.
Jesus.
And then he didn't score in the next couple of games. And you're like, how did that happen? And then he comes back and wallops Monaghan with that goal. And they're like, yes. So in that moment, you know, Mogan's, everybody in different games. That's why it's so difficult to carry now, to shut. Even Ryan McHugh the last day had a great game.
Aye.
I mean, Ryan, Paddy Bertie and Michael are the tie-in from 2014 and that. So, listen, I'm just thinking now, I hope I didn't leave anybody out. Sean Patton, of course. I better watch because he's a shade as well. And you know,
shade to let her get in, yeah, right. But hey, do you know what?
We all have cacks in our cars too.
He's not sick actually. But hey, it's funny you say it. You're on about Langan had an unbelievable game and then never showed up. But I think that's what makes Donegal are so strong. Because someone else goes and shows up in. And I was watching the last 4.
I didn't say he didn't show up now.
No, but do you know what I mean?
I'll take
it just happened. I'll cut that out.
part.
No, shut up. I'm not messing. I just mean he was a wee bit quieter. Because he
played so well.
No, do you know what it's right? He's, boys, and we go back to what we were saying, they're still doing their work great in there. But then certain players step up. But really, for his talent, in those couple of games after Tyrone, we didn't see enough of Langan. And then when we needed it against Monaghan, bang, you know.
But I would say the last 5 or 6 games, there's been 6 or like different man of the matches. Would there be?
Very hard to pick, yeah. Listen, and here, as I'm going through names, boys, you've my whole team. Finbar Rorty.
You've been Van Harp's team next.
Finbar Rorty, right? Listen, potential player of the year. You know, obviously, big Keelan McGonagall's back out there. I think now somebody will tell me you missed such a man. Finn and McCall, obviously, who's going to mark Clifford. But Finbar Rorty, his own player of the year already, and he's all-star as well. Madden. So, I mean, what a first season to come in, particularly as a defender.
19.
I mean, he's unbelievable.
I was up at the Rock drinking cider and pissing on my cousin's leg. I did, wee muffins. And this depressing amazes me what I'm like.
Yes.
And I never played Gaelic as you see watching it now. I fucking love watching it. That new rules has just brought a different dimension to it.
Yes.
What do you think of the new rules?
Listen.
Personal.
That'd be brilliant.
Many points would you get?
The game. But listen, the new rules. The game wasn't a bad way. You know what I mean? I mean, we were actually waiting. Like I remember actually covering a game, and all I was doing was a bit of reaction after it, and I landed at half time because life's busy. There's nothing going to happen at half time. Like half time is going to be about 7 each, right? That's the way games were. So what happens? So say you're interviewing somebody after. Let's just say you did that, right? I'll not say who I was interviewing for because that just sounds bad. So I would start interviewing. So, Vinny, 7 each at half time. This happened, that happened. Your sub come on, won the game. It was so boring. Like the game was just coming down to the tension of late on because there was nothing in it. It would be 10 each. So of course the next ball that could be the winning point. Now there was a bit of excitement to that, but really it was the last of the last, and there was loads of people walked away. Look at the crowds now.
It's just do you know what? I actually never thought that before. I actually never thought before the new rules. And it did get fucking sloppy and boring, didn't it? Hey, I just
over and back and over and back. I remember it was over and back and over and back.
Our club football here was the worst. I felt up in Highland. I was giving off every week about it. I was like, is anybody else smelling the shite that we're watching?
But is that just because Donegal's in the high that we think all new rules are unreal?
No, but it's just...
So what's going higher scoring? Listen, it's still... Donegal's game tactics is still very much like last year's. But you can't cloak it now as much with the 15. So it just allows a bit more. But Donegal's very much possession-based. They defend with 11. Like some people from outside the county criticise us a wee bit for the hand passing that we do in that. But you see, it's effective. I mean, Kerry will want to kick the ball against us, but we actually won't allow them to do that. We'll kind of take them into our game a wee bit. We'll shut out space before they can kick the ball in. We'll get back. The way Tyrone were wide open against them, that ball into Hampsey. McCall, who is, to me, he's better than Hampsey at the minute. He's faster, you see, and he'll keep with Clifford. But he's going to need help. But Donegal will get a 2 against Clifford. They'll have enough because they'll drop in their sweeper system. They will close him down. and that'll be a big part of the game as well. But listen, the new rules have been so much of as that excitement. I think there's more to come because it's only year one, so I think teams will develop. The attacking teams are now being rewarded, and even though we're seen as a bit of a defensive team, like Paddy Morgan is cornerback for us, and he's a half forward because we can't get him in anywhere else. The Kerry don't have a half forward playing cornerback. Their cornerback's cornerback. Their 6 defenders are defenders. Our 6 defenders. Now, depending if Keelan McGonigal comes in, we have Patter in there, we'll have Ryan McHugh and maybe a Kieran Moore, but they're all half forwards.
Yeah.
So we actually play with a load of attacking players who sit and protect with them when we get it, try and stop us.
It is fun. I never thought that, to be fair. Hey, I was just thinking before the new rules come on, and it was slapping, it was bad to watch. But as he says now, it is good to watch. I don't know if it's just because it's Donegal and the excitement of it, but it is fucking exciting to watch now. Like, you enjoy going out and even watching a game, like.
Definitely, and it's good for us too in the commentary because there's a bit more buzz about it because scores is what lights up the game. So there's more scores now. So it means that it's end to end. You've got the 2-point threat. So there's more space. So all that just adds to a more exciting game. But I think it'll actually get a lot better now because people now will coach to beat teams. You know, it was all defence first now. And if you're sitting as a defensive team that hasn't got a very strong scoring power, you'll be beat. But before, you could actually out-defend a team. Like, you could beat a team 12-10. You could beat them by being the better defensive team. That won't work anymore. When you get the ball, you got to score. So that's the key now. So it's now flipping back to the forward advantage. That's why we're playing with so many forwards. That's Jim McGee.
My only fault with the rules is I don't understand how it's 1 point for a 45, but it's 2 points for a free outside the 40.
You see, initially that was...
Who put 50p in that, cunt?
Is your mic on, Mark?
Does it? Yeah.
Who put 50p in the corner?
I didn't even see him for a minute. I thought it was a wee Donegal stuffed toy. A wee prop you're going to bring in. But they changed the rules on that a bit then because the 45, it was too much of a penalty to pay for something like, say, you knocked the ball out of a boy's hand or something in a tackle. And with some of the players we had now, 45s is straightforward. So they get nailed with a 2-pointer. And plus on that, there also is a kind of, if you want to be GA nerdy about it, say I'm a point down, right? And I get the ball in the end line. I could hand pass it off you for 45 and we could beat you with 45. Yeah. So there was wee things that could happen in there where we'd want a 45 to get a 2-pointer. So I think, listen, that is a bit of a thing, you know, and I think for some kickers, the dead ball there is very easy for them for a 2-pointer, and some people say it's 3 points enough for a goal and that, but I think the 2-pointer, I was kind of on the fence about it a lot, but I can't make my mind up whether I like it or not enough.
Well, I think it benefits Donegal because there's so many great scorers like Langan, Kieran Thompson.
But it's year one, as you say, it's only year one, yeah.
It's year one now. It's year one. Like, maybe do you need to put the goalie 4 points?
That's another one I was actually thinking, yeah.
But because sometimes
cricket scores in, but wouldn't you?
But if you get a goal, and then the other team goes down the pitch, gets a 2-pointer straight away from a straightforward easy kick. I mean, it takes a bit of doing to get a goal. But you know, that said, goals are still class. They still actually psychologically hammer a team.
100%.
You know, the crowd goes mad, and even if they do get a 2-pointer, there's only a wee cheer for that.
So, but you even see the player scoring the goal would be like, you know.
Yeah,
so when Langan scored that there, for fuck's sake, the crowd went absolutely berserk, like. But
so did
I did another wee bit of fucking information seeking on you.
Geez, you were up late last night.
Fucking was.
Hey, just a shout out to our sponsor because we need to shout them out because he'll need paid for all this fucking research he's been doing.
O'Reilly's Sports, Balbuffet.
Balbuffet paid.
Come here, you had 14 points in a county final. What was your best career moment to date?
14 points in the county final.
Is that your best? What did you call the day again?
Next question, please.
He doesn't like to talk about it, does he?
Oh, do you not?
No. Well, I don't. Listen,
was that a finger to me?
There's too many gremlins. Listen, man.
Is that your best career moment?
I never look back, man. I see you go up the spy lines there. When you're up there, you probably couldn't see properly when you're in there.
I don't know. I woke up there.
I'm not a man for putting up stuff. I don't know what it is. I just always think, you're kind of harping back to another part of your life. I'm kind of done with that. Now I'm doing this stuff, and I'm happy enough when that stuff's going on. And listen, I have like things like, you know, your Ireland jersey, your name on it, and that tour went really well for me, and that, you know, and brilliant experience again. Friends with them boys, and I played in '98 at home and that, and you know, there's a lot of great experiences in there. But we were a bit of an early team, you see, so there's a lot of hurt that's taken me a long time, and I probably need therapy, which maybe you'll give me now. But no, there's been a lot of hurt for a long time of regrets. I don't like that. I don't like things holding you back.
Yeah.
So my way of dealing with it's just that's a different time. But then because of certain chats, it does get pulled in, and sometimes you have no choice. You know, I've been up at talk nights in Armagh and all that, and that Armagh team that used to bloody do us will be there. But it ends up being a bit more light-hearted, and even though I hated them then, we're friends now, and you're just like, right, I know them as men now. Let's move on and should just have a laugh about it. And like for me now, like even me and BBC and Sunday and that, like they usually, like most, you take RT, BBC, people like me usually don't get in there. So sometimes like just through the will of doing stuff, you know, wee doors open. And I feel blessed to be doing media stuff at the games. So that's what I think about now. So that's why, you know, you've boys in there. Like there'll be boys doing stuff at the weekend with all these All-Ireland medals and that, and then here's the jock, the sham, the cove.
The sham.
Bad research, man. You shouldn't ask my question.
But I just wanted to see what's your worst moment?
Oh, Jesus!
There's been a few of them.
We'll now go down that avenue.
No.
It's probably Spy Lounge is a big man. The half it only all team.
But hey, just as you mentioned there, Brendan, the media stuff. How did you get into that, or how did that come around, or?
Yeah, BBC asked me just to do BBC Radio Ulster. I was with them for 11 years. It was brilliant because you just did the home games with Donegal, or you did an odd game in Ulster. They didn't do the away ones. They would have a reporter there for it.
Right.
So Donegal would be way off in Killarney or way down Castlebar, and I'll wet, you know, spring day, or you know, I'll bad weather. I'd be sitting with the feet up at the house, man, drinking stout, going happy days, watching TV. So I had 11 years of that. Times BBC too, okay, could look after you.
Yeah.
And I loved it. It was me and Owen McCann, Thomas Niblock, and that. There'd be different commentators, but there was a change in the online thing, and they stopped doing the coverage they were doing. So basically, they just asked me one day to come along, and then if you do well after a while, they come back to you. So of course you go on did a bit green. The first day I actually did, Johnny McCaffrey got married out in the Glyn. I was doing groomsman for him, and I was doing my first.
Big shout out to Johnny. Johnny, what's his
name? New sponsor, Lagoon, next show.
100%. Slap that mark and throw it up now.
So I landed up this wee cabin, and weirdly enough, now I forgot about this. Funny, that was the famous day at Donegal got hammered by Armagh. It was just before. That was the last game before Jim came in, and Donegal were shocking that day, and.
They were fucking bad.
Some of the stuff went on. That was the first game. So I'm in a wee cabin. The fucking Zambuca's rolling off my nose, and I'm like, it was a wee hot kind of cabin I was in, and I was like, Jesus, how am I going to get through this? And you know, somehow I got through it, and then over time, then you start to get a wee bit of vibe with it. But the boys at BBC were that sound take after me.
Would it be you speak your mind? Because I was chatting to somebody before. I wasn't research now. I was just chatting, but they say. Because Brendan speaks his mind, he says whatever's on his mind, he doesn't howl anything back. Would that be kind of...
I just say, listen...
Honest would it be? You'd be honest?
I think we broadcast in there, like, BBC's very different to Highland now. I mean, Highland, you can really give it the whole... We are Donegal. I got to remember that when I go down pitch side then for BBC, because you have to be a wee bit more... Kerry aren't too bad either.
That's good though. That's good.
But it's great fun.
For them.
But I love the way you can get behind me and Oisin, get behind each other and give it. There's a wild vibe. Like I did the TV commentary we thrown earlier in the year, and the TV's so flat because I don't need to describe it. I don't need to say that. So I'm sitting there going like 10 minutes in it. I'm like, I'm bored myself being here. Yeah. And I'd leave only been paid half a fortune.
Cut that part out, by the way. We actually paid him to come here.
But as I say, that the radio commentary is actually a wild crack. It's a wild buzz, and this me and Oisin. Then you kind of get to know each other a bit better, and that so many people. Like even yesterday, I met a girl, and she was saying she was the last Donegal game there. She she was making dinner and she had to go into the kitchen and there was no TV in her kitchen, but she'd on the radio. She goes, I stayed in listening to yous and I went back into TV. She goes, it was big and brilliant. Yous were going mad. And I was
That's good.
So I love that, and you can do that. You couldn't have done that with BBC, say, as much. You could have given it a wee bit of oomph, but you can't be hiding, you know.
Well, to be fair, I'm not just saying that because you're here, but you're saying Oisín are fucking brilliant on
Oisín's
there.
a good lad too.
But I think it's just because
That's
you're
all down to
so...
Oisín.
I think it's not even that you bounce off each other or none of that there. I think you're just honest on the radio. And there's no fucking... It's not fake or there's no front. They're saying what you're saying.
Yeah.
And that's good for the listener. And you are brilliant, to be fair.
Aye, and sure, listen, Oisín's that much experience in there. And listen, he sets everything up in that, and for people like me who kind of just do what's going there and then, Oisín actually pre-plans the whole operation. So, you know, for someone like me, you need somebody like Oisín. He's really good at...
He's good, he is good.
He's good at the whole technical side of things too, you see.
Funny does that too.
Funny, you're the brain box here and you're the lux, or... Sorry, my nose.
No, both. He's just here, speaks his mind, as you can see. Hey, Brendan, talk to us about the DL debate.
Yes.
What about that?
Yeah,
First of all, when did that come about? How long ago was that?
Five.
Oh,
This is season 5, aye.
Fuck, brilliant.
This is season 5, aye.
And do you enjoy that?
Aye, it's good. I enjoy. Do you know what? I said to Oisín, me and Oisín were doing a few games together because the BBC thing had stopped, and I was doing bits and pieces in and around, just whatever. And I said to Oisín, there was a GA show on a Wednesday night. I said, Wednesday night's too late to talk about the game. To me, it's that we would do early for the next game. Mm-hmm. I said, Donegal needs a Monday night show where we talk about everything that's happening, county and club. I said, I think we're missing a beat here. So I have to say, I said it to Kieran Brogan then, like, here, I need to get a sponsor. She said, right, tell you what, we'll trial it, go and get a sponsor. And Kieran Brogan then come on, my sister Sarah, so don't be trying to steal him, he's my sponsor.
We the sponsors are ready. Hey. But we're up for anybody who wants to sponsor us again, 100%.
How much did they give you?
Hey,
don't say that, don't ask him.
Two steaks.
Hey, so it was all your idea, the DL debate?
Aye.
Oh, was it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
So the next sponsor is the DL debate.
DL debate. I knew I was going to get caught somewhere here.
At least you have to give us the money before you leave.
At least you're not asking for tickets. You can't get away from it now because if you've no cash, hey, rev me now. Rev me now, Sham.
So, hey, but as you say, it is good that it's so fresh after a game.
Aye.
That you're on reviewing it.
Listen, that took a bit of getting used to, Vinny, because you had to host. Now, you two guys are good hosts, alright? Especially you, Vinny.
Fuck off.
But you know, see, the hosting thing's a bit weird because when you're talking on your own, like normally I was doing punditry, so you're asking me a question, I answered, and between you over and back, and we talk about football. Now I'm kind of talking a wee bit, maybe what happened at the weekend, like that, and I just literally had to learn that, and the COVID hit then, and I had to record the shows a lot. And it was a wee bit weird to record because the live is a wee bit of buzz with live. You know, I don't like doing the record. The odd time I'm forced to do it. Don't know what it is about the live. There's a wee bit of kick with it. Same with the commentary. So anyway, I was up there a bit, and you know, we had to record Monday mornings too, which was challenging a few times.
We'll not tell you the reason.
So so you know, over time then, you start to get a wee bit more relaxed with it. And the big key is we radio there, because when you hear people come on randomly to Highland there, maybe come on with Greg or something, naturally enough, if you're not used to that, the heart goes a wee bit, and you can tell people a wee bit anxious. And see, when you're like that, it's hard to think properly. So the best thing in the world, I know you two boys were nervous before we come on air here, but
Marty actually was wearing trousers. I had to get him shorts. He pushed himself before they come on here.
No, at the start of this, see the very first podcast, and we're in his sitting room, nobody near us. The fucking nerves.
Seriously?
But do you know what it was? And we won't lie, we were so worried what people are going to think what we're doing here. But now we just don't give a fuck about it.
I know. And sure, boys, is great. And hey, listen, you get your listenership. Cut that wee bit out. I was a Donegal word, all right? It just came in by accident. You have your listenership, right? But you have people that get the vibe, and then it just grows from there over time. So, listen, the amount of people even on Monday night at the Clanry were coming up saying, love the show, innit? So, listen, all good. We'll keep it going for a while yet.
Yeah. Do you have to research all the stuff yourself?
Yeah.
And guests and everything.
Where the fuck? Where do you get time to take a shite?
Yeah, you probably research.
Getting the whack your own shade. You do, alright.
Hey, do you know what? Do you know what?
See this man here? He only farts after 12 o'clock, and they're absolutely horrendous. My tattoo started peel one day, and it's bad tattoo anyway.
Noon or
But
12 o'clock.
well, the van, you know when he's going to fart because he puts the window up. And down, 'cause-
I put the heat on.
but the smell, like, it's fucking. Even coming down from Balfay last night.
Jeez, that's tight.
It's
Anyway,
tight,
cut
like-
all that out, Mark.
This is a small room, mate, so you got to be careful.
I got a fan there too to blow it around the place.
Yeah.
As you were saying there about live shows, we know exactly what you mean. We done a couple of live shows ourselves, but obviously we're in here pre-recorded. But the fucking hit and a buzz you get off a live audience is just different, like, isn't it?
Once you get somebody laughing, your fucking confidence goes through the roof.
And you know what? And you see the people that come, they're ready to enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's not as if you're
They
gonna-
know what they're coming for.
You're not
Like.
like a standout comedian
Yeah.
coming up to some crowd and you have to win them over. They're ready.
Yeah.
So, and then that encourages you then, and you need a bit of encouragement. Obviously, Mary, you're a bit, you know.
I don't need encouragement. See, with the worst part, our first live show, we sold 110 tickets. We did it for Donegal Hospice. We raised 800 to 900 for Donegal Hospice, but we ran out and everybody's cheering us on, but the lights was on, but the boys up playing the music up at the top in the cinema. And he kept playing the music and we were standing there just for fucking, Joe, the song played out. What was it like?
Like we were just stood
You're
there,
like out there and the tune was on, like, hey!
Hey, any time on stage like that, a second can be long.
Oh, fucking
you know,
hell.
You know,
Oh.
if you're standing there, nothing's happening. Then very
Yeah.
quickly
Oh,
something needs
fuck.
to happen. You know, it's,
It does that.
aye,
But
aye.
we kind of, I've noticed this when we do live shows, we break the crowd in right away first lift because what he says. Tell Brendan what he says to the audience before we went on. We do this thing now, right? Before we get announced on, we announce ourselves on. So we have a mic running out.
Oh, is that
rounds-
the Villa Rose?
No, the warehouse. We have a mic running in the other room, so we introduce ourselves on and walk on in.
But we didn't do that. It was
was the warehouse.
Aye, but before we went on, I says up on stage, that one.
No, you didn't.
About the sisters.
No, you were down the wee steps beside me.
Oh, was it?
Aye.
I was lost there with the cancel the fucking thing.
Tell him.
You
No,
know,
This is what he says, right? To 90 people just sitting looking at
It'll
us.
just come to my head. I says, does anybody get the smell of cock in the room? Oh, it must be one of my sisters burped. And they were all in the crowd, like. And then and the one
Like, how do you, like, do you know what I mean?
the one,
People don't give me enough credit.
That's an understanding family. I'll tell you.
the one the Villa Rose was says, in case of a fire, folks, with all non-binary people, please remain in their seats. The fire's put out.
That's me, I feel sorry for.
Tick all the boxes there. Who can we offend? Hey, see at the minute, that's easy.
It's fucking easy. She
But
can't.
hey, we were worried about it, Brent, at the start, to be honest, and we were holding back a bit, but then we just says, do you know what?
Free game.
Who cares?
Hey, listen, it's disrespectful not to give everybody a touch. How's that?
Fucking give, aye.
That's it.
And we have big believers, and if you don't like it, don't fucking watch it or don't listen to it,
Aye,
you know?
get the fuck.
See, that's the thing you have. You know,
Just-
you're not trying to. If you're trying to please people, they're not the people you need to please.
Yeah.
If you want to please people as a crack, like within reason, you're going to do what you're going to do. You know, obviously and that, like Oisin would be wild, like. You know,
Straightforward.
if I mention it, I can see his eyes. Looking at me. If I start talking with anything, I can see him looking and say, "Where you go with this?" You know, like he was on about. He said there at the start of the show last night, was anybody here born in 1992? And some people were cheering or whatever. And I said, "Yeah, wait a minute, if you conceived after the final, you know, everybody was buzzing, the joy, and more or less everybody out sawed away like hell." So son, is that a word? Son.
Son Main.
Son.
Right.
Is that you need subtitles? for
I
that,
am
is it?
exactly like you.
We
I'm
were in
exactly.
the live feed the last night and some boy come on to give us touch and he says, when you order 2 Johnnies a wish. And I just straight away I go, well, you're out, I'll order them a wish too. That's where you were born, you dirty cunt. And he didn't reply again. Just cut him.
for him.
On that note, we're going to take a wee break here because I can smell Vinny's jibber belt. A big thank you to O'Reilly Sports for sponsoring this week's episode. We're going to take a wee pee break and we'll be back in 5 minutes for an exclusive. Vinny's pregnant. You can see the wee belly.
Cut that back.
Thank you, folks.
Don't run that ad. How doing there, folks? Welcome back to part 2 of episode 68 of the V&M podcast.
60 fucking 8.
68,
you
magic
believe it?
physics, 200. Massive thank you to this week's episode sponsor, O'Reilly Sports, for jumping on sponsoring that episode. They were actually on before, weren't they?
Yeah, Bally Sports. Bally Sports!
Got that.
Bally Clothing. Stephen and Martin, thanks very much.
To be fair, hey, to the two lads, we were up with them yesterday and they're fucking
They're sound lads.
two of the nicest lads. And you know what? It's good to see fucking local lads doing well, I think. Hey. And the place, their new place they're opening is like a fucking supermarket.
Same as Evolve.
Aye. Yeah,
Aye,
they
okay.
sponsored 2 or 3 episodes.
Okay.
But Mark and
Okay.
JP.
Brilliant.
Stephen and Martin actually says when Vinny gets in a wee bit of shape, we're actually going to model for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just carrying a wee bit of weight, like.
But there is people out there carrying a bit of weight, so just...
But
Here,
they're-
hold on a minute, Sean. Cut all that out.
They're actually going to start Joe the wee dwarf clothing.
They don't take any of our hair transplants, so you're fucked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks again to our special guest, Brendan, for sticking around having a good chat with us.
I wanted to go, but we just sat tight.
He's a wanted man this week. Hey, you're everywhere, sir. You're like
I don't
an
know
old
how he gets
prostitute.
time, hey.
Yeah.
And you know, in all fairness, Brendan, I do see your snaps and all that crack. You're very hands on with your kids too. I don't know how you get the time.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
fairness,
Well, we just want to say thanks for coming.
bouncing castles,
Oh,
parties.
that's-
But even just a wee chat with us an hour a night, we do appreciate it. Thank you very much. And
alright.
we always fucking say when we do contact busy kind of people and they take time, we do appreciate it. So thank you.
We had to pay him.
Yeah.
You're paying
get
him.
him.
Yeah. My agent will be on to you.
Brendan, I just want to, before we'll keep you for another 10 or 15 minutes, then we'll let you go.
The hooter will go in.
Tell me this. I just want to know, what is your match prediction for Sunday? Or do you want to talk about it?
Do you have a choice?
Not really, no.
We'll chat about it shortly. Listen, I think there's a slight age to Donegal just because we're completely injury free. Big Keelan McGonigal going back into 6. We've got the exact team playing that we want. We mentioned earlier the form of Conor O'Donnell, which we didn't see that coming a while back. So there's so many fires to put out for Kerry, whereas Sean O'Shea and Clifford scored like 65% of their scores generally. So they're very heavy laden on a couple of guys, it'll be our job to kind of shut them down, negate that. And then the bench, as you seen that coming on the last day, the way Big McGee comes on the game, Darren Boot, McBurty, Kerry don't have players like that. And there's a couple of Kerry players injured, you know, Sullivan, Jim O'Connor, Gainey's not match fit. If those players were fit and Kerry were fully fit, this would be nearly impossible to call. And still is going to be very tight. But squad on squad, we have a better squad than them. So that's why I'm thinking we should win the match.
But again, then with the Murphy, McGuinness hype for the written stars too, that puts us above us.
I don't want to be.
But it puts us above them as well, like with the hype and everything kind of falls in. You would think, but I know it's hard not to fucking like. Oh, if you say that, they're not going to win, kind of thing. But
Yeah.
you have to talk about it. Like the hype's there.
Yeah. And listen, it's all right for us to talk about it. And you mentioned earlier players, that's why it's a bit awkward for players. Like we can say whatever. And I even when I was on Smaller Fish earlier today, some of the...
Plenty of fish. Sorry, I put that up wrong.
Cut that. I'm going to start saying that as well. Cut that.
Cut that.
No, I was on Smaller Fish and they were saying...
Fanny should be on that. It's a smaller woman.
Nah, if you're fucking on farm, I don't stop it.
No,
No,
I'm
belly.
joking. Don't call me Belly. I'll wreck the whole studio.
But somebody from the extended panel, as they call it, they all comment on that Patreon app or whatever, right?
Oh yeah.
So they all comment on it. So somebody was saying he listened to the live show, the one Darren was at, and he was saying like Donegal's just going to railroad Kerry. But of course, that's what we're saying about local. Like we're just giving it the whole hype.
Yeah.
Like, you'll talk a wee bit about Kerry, but that's what it is. Be local because Parkham's like, oh, you're well. And I says, well, full of 500 Donegal fans. What do you think you're going to do?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's make a case for Kerry. Wise up, Sham.
Come here.
Right. Clap that. Sir.
Come here. What is Clifford like to watch live?
Ah, listen, he's the greatest.
Is
He's
he?
the greatest. I mean, the reason he can do everything. Like he's tall, he's a ball winner. His accuracy's unreal. He can kick off both feet, and he's like the last day. Like he'll miss a few. Doesn't bother him. Like there's no phase in him.
No.
You know. So it's just when you're in that kind of when you were forward and you were playing, See, you had a couple of wides early on, like you're under a bit of pressure. You're
Aye.
feeling the heat, man.
Yeah.
He doesn't care less.
No.
He's just going to do what he's going to do, and he'll get it right. So, you know, we had 1-9 the last day. You know, we get it. We need to shut that down a bit. Like, but it's only a matter of how much. You're not going to stop him scoring. So it's a matter of.
You take half out if you get away with it.
That's it, and it's a matter of Morgan or McCall. He'll be brilliant. He'll be faster than Hampshire. He'll keep him. It's a matter of the second player coming in. You'll see every time Clifford he goes into that corner forward position, he comes out looping. When he comes out, there's going to be another Donegal player, at least one that's there. Whereas the last day against Tyrone, he was just 1-on-1. 1-on-1, you're in trouble.
I know talking about Sam and stuff like that there, but they reckon whoever wins this could decide the footballer of the year. So Clifford.
Where did you see that?
I heard that earlier.
But there you just let it.
Isn't it?
Well, I heard that radio. I heard that earlier in the radio somewhere.
Yeah.
Is it true, do you think?
Oh yeah, well definitely the winners will always get the aids in on awards like All Stars or Player of the Year. They'll definitely aids that then. That'll get it across the line. I mean, take 2014 for example. James O'Donoghue got Footballer of the Year, even though Neil McGee marked all the top players in Ireland and stopped every one of them. And then that was the big clash. Him and O'Donoghue completely out of the game because Kerry won the match. Then it was this big throw, and they gave it to O'Donoghue, and that pissed me off. I actually had a row with a couple of journalists up the top about it. I said, what are you talking about? I says, the best two players met, one of them completely kicked the ass of the other one, then you give him the top award. But you know, that's the way it is. The winning team, if you have a position in the field where it's between, you know, Kieran Moore or Obugliak for a half back or something like that, then if Kerry win, it would go more towards him, unless the player's been really outstanding yet.
Yeah. And come here, you were chatting earlier on about you have a programme tomorrow with Palestine. Explain the Palestine kids and the Gaelic thing. How you got on that, or what's it mean to you?
I was at a peace march for Gaza in Derry. And my wife had been to, because Tras is very much like that. We take the wee boys in, and you know, you want to show solidarity with some of the horrors that's going on. So I couldn't make it in the first day. So Tras is like, if you come in there, something's going to happen. And she said that to me. And I was like, what are you talking about? She says, well, they see you in there. And some of the boys in Cooholland, some of them days, they were there.
Aye.
So we got in and we had the flags in that waist, and then the guys said, here, could you join our group? And then before I knew it, I'm right bang in the middle of this thing. And the guy had been posting on that anyway, because it's your job, you know, not to be silent, and you know, you gotta stand with these people. You know, it's the very minimum I think as a human being you should be doing. But they asked me to look after the Donegal leg for the kids, so they're supposed to be up here next Monday and Tuesday if the trip had went, which would have been great crack where everything's going on. And I was thinking to myself in the middle of it, I'm on these two different Palestinian WhatsApp groups now. I'm trying to organise a trip for them, and they're coming on the Monday and Tuesday after All Ireland, and I'm like, man,
Jesus Christ.
this is I'm going to be driving. They were going to be staying in Dunlewy in a hostel. I said, I think I'd see myself going Donegal town, going to Dunlewy, coming back, going up. But anyway, and again, go back to local businesses. You know, I asked a few businesses here, and straight away, all of them, you know, Sister Sarah's, big ender there at Arena 7. You know, I was talking, St Eunan's had a fun day sorted for them. Food was all done, and I had more people they asked because they wanted to do a few wee things around town because the kids are between 9 and 16. But see, everybody asked straight away, done. I mean, I didn't want to be cheeky, even saying the end. I said, could they come out and do a bit of bowling and that and play about? And he goes, I'll feed them as well, like, straight away.
Right.
But I knew that they would do that, so I had the 2 days set up them within half an hour, and I probably could have told them straight away, just send them up and we'll get them done, because different people was ringing me. Even Patrick Gilday was ringing me. I was like, what do you want to do? Cut all their hairs or something and give them a new style. So when Patrick was ringing up, but people were ringing up saying, here, can I do something? Because they heard a wee bit about the involvement. And listen, I'm coming in a bit, like there's a lot of heavy lifting done. So I was very much here, boys. If I can be any help, I'll help. I think it's the least you can do, you know.
The local businesses here are fucking brilliant, and I mean, before they get behind you like whenever you are looking for something or whatever. But so that was the 33 kids coming over here.
Yes.
So we did hear you obviously speaking out about that.
Yeah.
Just explain this about that, because I know there's a lot of people might not know.
No.
Yeah, well, the GA Palestine group set up, and what they wanted to do was just take the kids over here, just to show them our culture and to show them the GA and show them that we care. Now, they're in the West Bank because you can't get anybody out of Gaza. So their visas were sorted in the Irish Embassy in Israeli, but they got blocked in by Departments of Justice in Dublin. So the reason for that block was never made clear, and they kept messing us about, because I'm in this group now. Now, they made the Palestinian Friends of Palestine and the GA Palestine pay for flights up front to even get this done. That cost 38,000. So 38,000 gone straight away.
You're fucking joking.
That's a fact. That's a fact from the get go, and they made us do that. So what's happened in the background is this is a subject where the powers that be are bought over by Israel. So at different spots, people have been bought, either been bought or blackmailed. Let's be honest about it, and that is the truth. I mean, look at all the stories in America and different things out there. It isn't just money; it's mostly money. But I reckon these people, that is sad enough, they've got stuff on people. And someone then blocked the visas from going all the way. Now, the Department of Justice said they weren't happy with information, and we come back continually. Well, what else do you want? The vetting sorted, all the vetting was sorted, all the place was sorted. They said, this wasn't right. Everything was done and double done. And we kept asking, what more do you want? And in fact, one of the wee girls in there in the Department of Justice then said, I'm not sure what it is, because it was blocked. Now, where that was blocked from, and that's why I tackled Neil Martin that time on the pitch. Could have hit him in the shoulder, but...
I fucking should have elbowed his chin.
He was all to me, you have to put in it was like a reset or a request, another request. But we were told, you see, from a few weeks back that process would take months. So we were just trying to get someone in government to step over it. And he was like, us down to the Department of Justice. But he can waver. He could have stepped in and he didn't. Now, the issue with that is, and we see it with our press as well, I mean, most of our press in Ireland is owned by papers in England who are owned again in that same world. They're owned. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know a reporter who was working with the Irish Mail, for example. They weren't allowed to touch it. Now, most of the papers actually in Ireland, it's come through the GA. It's through GA writing. It's not in the main papers. I mean, there was a protest last week, an anti-genocide protest. GA Palestine was up in it. There was tens of thousands of people at it. There was hardly any coverage at all. Virgin Media haven't been too bad, actually. They've been covering it well. So the GA guys that I know, they've been doing it through their columns, but it should be in the middle, So the control that's been happening over years is so deep, it's a wee bit scary. But
that's fucking madness, like.
Yeah. So, but you gotta see, as the people standing up, they're waking up now. But as I was saying to you earlier, this wee group that we're doing now and what we want to do is very important. Like, they should have been at the All Ireland hurling final. They were supposed to come out at half time in All Ireland for them. Can you imagine the joy and the love that would have brought, the solidarity that would have shown to the West Bank and the people in the Gaza? They would have all seen that. They would have shared all that, and that's what they were afraid of. That image would have went around the world. 82,000 Irish people receiving these wee kids, these innocent kids who are being, and even in the West Bank, they're living in a open air prison. They're being blocked from doing their work, going to schools. They're just doing everything to force them out. Now, not to mention what happened in Gaza, and sure, it comes out today, break your heart. I mean, what's been done there, and still the lies that's coming out, is just constant. So whatever bit of help the GA Palestine is, I think that's the minimum you could do. But I think there's a far, of course, horrific case happening in Gaza at the minute.
Do you think they'll ever get over?
Get over? Aye, they will.
They will.
This won't stop. They're in Jordan at the minute. So what we did was we sent out some of the coaches to Dublin hurlers, because this is kind of more of a hurling thing. It kind of was where it's initially created from. So the wee guys were all practicing hurling. They were coming over here to do wee hurling things, but we were going to do a bit more football maybe when they get up to here. No harm to hurlers now.
No.
I'll Mickey McCann listening. But we, so they're in Jordan now at a wee camp. And even getting to Jordan, which is just over the border, it's a 2-hour trip from where they were in Ramallah, where they went to first. Now, to get across, it's a 2-hour trip. It took them 11 hours. And 2 of the wee kids and one of the guys didn't get to the day after because they're just being treated so badly. So they're in Jordan now in a wee video. Come up and they're out. They watched All Ireland hurling final together. And the guys brought them all gear and different things like that. So, as I say, it's just a kind of message that we wanted to send out to them, that we stand with them.
Jesus. Fair fox days, in fairness, like.
Yeah.
It kind of angers me, but there, to be honest, with just like you're just exactly what you said. It angers you, but doesn't it? But like, it's not like it's not fair, like, Yeah.
Well, see, when you see there, the amount of press has been murdered, the amount of ambulance workers and medical workers been murdered. I mean, just there a day ago, they blew up the medical hospital, or the medical supplies unit, which is a marked building. See, these buildings are marked, like that's a medical, like that's marked, they know that on their map. They just blow it up. That's the last of supplies for people who's in hospital dying. Like, there's no level to the evil that's happening there. And then they come out, and even the Americans yesterday said, oh, the aid convoys, that it's working. You know, nothing's working, nothing's getting in. So
Lies,
it's
media bullshit.
but it's controlled. It's just bought. It's bought. You know,
It's mad the way
this has been going on for. See, this was building for about 50 years. They've been slowly taking over governments and that. So you know, I always thought ours would be separate from it, but it's not. Like, even our health minister, she was down here a while back. She's a double barrel name. Jennifer Karen McNeil is her name, right? And she's chairperson of the Irish Friends of Israel. Now, she's in our cabinet. Now, you tell me that that's an influence that we want. You know, she's a very high position. Now, you know, in the Dáil, it's all about moving and shaking, right? People say, so she could be leaned on very heavily for whatever way that happens. Big campaign, money put into her campaign, whatever it is. So she might say, here, Department of Justice, guy or girl, whoever that is, here, we need to push this back. This isn't going to be good for us. No, I'm not saying she did do it, but I'm just saying that's how things happen in that world. People can influence people, but the people who's influencing them are doing it for what reason? They're not doing it for the good Irish people, because the Irish people want to see things like that happening. So at the minute, we've got people in the Dáil that aren't doing what the people want them to do. You know,
what the people voted them in to do. But our government could have overran that and got them kids here for that.
Sure.
100%.
Do they not see what other people see? How? I don't understand it. Like, I just
So they're at. That's what they're at. They're at it all the time. Sure, aren't they? Fucking
I just don't
vote them in
understand
and
it, though.
they promise you the moon and the stars, and they just don't deliver.
it's the tentacles of Israel has either in some way has enough power to block.
is it fear here? Do you
But
think?
they've got as I say about the media and about the narrative. Look how long it took. I mean, you take from October 7th, more children in Gaza under the age of 1 have been killed now than the total number of Israelis was killed then. I mean, babies under the age of 1 have been murdered. And all you heard was October 7, which was a horrible thing to happen. But what's happened now is it just gave Israel the green light to go genocide. And how long it's taken. And yet, America's still backing them. UK, you know, Keir Starmer's family in Israel, you know, the Germans supplied 30% of their weapons leading up to the genocide, 30%. And Germany blocked a load of the EU attempts to hold Israel accountable earlier. As Germany blocked, they sold them 30% of the weapons, you know. So Ursula von der Leyen and all them, they're all caught in this, and they can't get out of it because of the money situation that's happening here. So at that side of it, when you talk about being angry, I mean, the evil's there. If Europe would at least stand up and stop, you know, any weapons going for a bloody start, and put pressure on Israel to at least let the aid convoys in, that's the very minimum. That's not been done.
You know, it's scary. It's scary. You said scary. It's scary. Like,
It is, and actually, thanks, Brendan. For I wouldn't know much about that information, but listening to you there, I was like, "What the fuck, man? That is mad. How much people have power over thing."
but it's, to be fair, he's right there. I knew the story about the 33 kids and stuff like that there. But when you explained it there to me, I just felt angry. I'm not lying to you. I just felt angry about. And do you know what? Irish government, like, and you saying that they could overrule that, but they didn't. It's disgusting if you ask me, and it seems like they're full of
Funny,
fear.
can you imagine the wee kids and
do you know,
those videos of them being told the news about how I couldn't look at them.
Oh,
I haven't been able to. The woman said these wee kids were all set to come to Ireland for a trip of a lifetime. Now, can you imagine us? Say we're wee boys. Somebody said you were going to Disneyland, America for 2 weeks when we were wee kids. Nothing. When you never went nowhere. You know what I mean? Buncana Beach.
But not saying not going through what they've been through.
Of course.
Do you know?
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to put. Like,
I know what you mean. No,
Ireland, I'm trying to say how much of a dream that would be.
Oh.
Imagine somebody coming to you a couple of days before and go, by the way, you're not coming now,
like
for no reason, and you an innocent wee one.
But that's what I mean. They're innocent. 33 innocent fucking children.
I know.
Do you know? It's madness.
I suppose
It's madness.
We can fucking actually talk about it all night, but.
You could talk about it all
You
night, but it angers me, to be honest. But hey, do you know, as Mary says, fucking fair play to you, for even getting 33 kids over here, and to be fair, changing their lives and showing them stuff like that there is unbelievable. And if there was a lot of more people like you and the GLA,
It just makes me want to go on now and look about more information with you telling me there now, because I'm kind of, you got sucked into it a bit. But we'll kind of take it down a note here now, because Brendan actually has to go because he's here half the day.
He's looking to stay over the night.
He's staying over the night. So at the end of the podcast, Brendan, we're just switching from a serious thing to
Of course, yeah.
Lighter note.
So if you're lying in, lad, and you're absolutely hanging out of your head, where's your favourite takeaway? What's your go-to?
Yeah.
I like someone that thinks about it.
I
Chinese.
I peg out big time.
All day. Crisps.
Well, I really go all out attack. Everything. I just munch.
Sausages in the morning.
Now, of course, then when you buy it, you can never eat it all.
But you're picking it the whole day.
You buy
Eyes
all
are
this
bigger than your
food.
belly. Well, if
Listen,
you're married.
obviously, you automatically go to an Indian or a Chinese, but you know, you probably need the pizza back up for later.
Cold.
But say you're in somewhere like M&S and that, or Max up there doing the good old desserts. Don't want to leave any shops out there again. You never mentioned us. Say, O'Hare's Bakery. What are you on about, sir? Our cakes are so,
Sister shares.
But I was up at Max last day, got a cheesecake. Oh my god!
Some cheesecake.
Wow, it was like making love with your mouth.
Keep going.
So
What's your mouth? Let me see.
can you make love with your mouth? You would probably can.
Clip that.
We're move on. Marty's getting hired. Just to be fair, Max is lethal. Hey, see for lunch, but it's like they're giving out double dough in the place, Jim. That bee's fucking rammed to the back.
Do you think it
rafters.
should get bigger, or do you think it's just good the way it is now?
Yeah,
made it bigger,
he's
did they
built-
not?
He's built on a bit. Do you remember when that started years ago? Just the wee mace shop and then a wee deli in it.
Aye.
Sheila Mealy was working in it, and Mac was there. And it's amazing the way he's built that business.
Just a shout out to them actually, because this is no sponsor and all that shit. But see, when you're in there, he'll like they come round with the teapot.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want a refill? You know, you don't see that anywhere else.
No.
Like
You don't see it.
just wee things like that.
To the Glencran, refilling your pint.
Jesus, delete that.
Delete that part.
So give us one takeaway there, Brallard saying everywhere in the town.
Hey, Max Face, Sister Shares. Favourite takeaway, O'Hare's Bakery?
So you asked him what's his favourite takeaway, and then you
I think it was a Hare's Bakery.
You says crisps.
Nah, but he says munch out the whole day, and I was like, sausages, crisps. I was really getting on to it. I was waiting to see his mouth watering there, crisps, sausages. I'm starving, that's why.
Chinese.
Listen, it's a Chinese one, and listen, I don't mind it. And I do need. Sometimes if I get into M&S there, I end up buying a whole pile of shit that I never eat. And then you
With
buy
the yellow
you
labels
buy
on
the
it.
cream and everything. You want to really get pig out now because you're like, you know what? I'm going to hit the gym now next week, all week. I'm not going to eat anything else bad for me. That's what I tell myself.
Yeah.
And I eat rings round me. Usually end up drinking again anyway. And, you know, that's it. So I do hangover cures. But that's what saying we're down in my Donegal night for the wee swam sauna because I had a bit of hooch last night as well.
But a hooch. It's a long time since I heard that hooch. Come here. So you're only after your takeaway and you just see crust in front of you, Pringles preferably. What's your favourite flavour?
Listen, it would have to be salt and vinegar, but they are humming. Like they,
You get a sweaty forehead.
yeah, but the Disco's salt and vinegar, you don't get them. I always buy them when I'm in the north, the big bags.
They're not called
Discos.
Discos, right?
Discos, eh? Oh, they get your head wet.
Discos are unreal too. but-
Cisco's, oh, that's the Eurogiant ones.
Aye.
They leave the top of your mouth like you get raped, sir. Doesn't they, don't they?
Let me smell.
Salt and vinegar Pringles in.
Yeah. Listen, I love the crisp. Actually, to get out of that scenario, I went for the old, you know, the freaking dips and the wee.
Oh, he's mad about them, man.
Because some of them
Doritos.
aren't that bad for you. Not the Doritos, they're crisps, you see, but you buy the ordinary ones, they're actually kind of plain, own brand.
Aye.
They're what do you call them? The freaking, and them with the dip, they're not too bad. So, see when I'm doing on Netflix or that during the week, I horse them under me. Popcorn's not that bad for you either.
No, it's
So-
not as bad as everybody thinks.
No.
But see, when you're
There's no
dipping,
fibre
I
in it.
dip the two fingers in along with Chris and suck it off.
Ah, dirty. That's dirty, man.
That's nice.
He always puts his Wally in the fucking end of stuff too. Remember you put your Wally in the 4 lights thing and all? And he does that with popcorn. But you just said Netflix there, Brendan. Favourite movie of all time?
Movie.
Aye, give it to me.
Jeez, that's a hard. See, I love me comedies, you see, but you can't say a comedy because people are like, what are you on about?
You can. Stepbrothers. That's a common one,
I
Ross.
know, Anchorman and all that. Listen, Zoolander, me and my boys back watching him, my eldest boy.
Class,
He's
lad.
just at the age where I can revisit it. I've done a bit less with Trassa because he's a bit younger than me. My wife, we're back watching things. I'm like, you haven't seen that? What? You've seen Pulp Fiction?
The old
What?
movie's the best.
She'd never seen Sopranos. I was
Wow.
like, class, let's go again. And we've watched it again since. But listen, the big iconic ones, obviously, like, you know, as I say, Pulp Fiction and things like that from our time. Even Trainspotting and those shows, like they were unreal. Like, you know,
Spud.
from your youth growing up, even all the old Star Wars stuff and that. Like,
They don't make movies like any of them anymore.
I loved all them things. Like, I would find it quite hard to pick a
one.
you see, because like as I say, the most films I would have watched would be comedies when you're like probably hungover and that, just looking.
Laughing.
You
It's
can't have
whatever.
anything too deep because you're on edge, you know. So if anything's a bit scary or a bit,
You scare the shit out of
you're
you.
kind of like
How
I
you
can't have
feeling?
attention.
Just
So
on the day, like.
that's it. So comedies would be a
You
bit-
watching anything on Netflix, the man?
Do you know what? We've kind of run out of shows. My son's back watching Breaking Bad now, and I'm like, I don't know.
Twice, I
And
watched that.
Never watched it.
I'm quite an easygoing parent, but there's some mad shit in Breaking Bad.
There is actually, to be fair.
You know,
Some show, but
unreal.
Untamed, Netflix. Watch it.
never
Yeah.
really heard
You
it.
watch it, Mark?
At the minute, yeah.
It's very good.
Your man dies at the end.
Untamed.
Clip that.
On that note, we're going to clip this whole episode.
And we're going to let Brendan go. First of all, massive thanks to O'Reilly Sports for sponsoring episode 68 again. Get on sponsor me, Mafa.
Look at them
Actually,
tops.
this will be out before the All-Ireland final. So if you want one of these retro Donegal jerseys, get on their website and get yours now. They're class, as you can see on me and Marty. Brendan, thank you very much, sir.
Cheers, guys.
Appreciate it. And best luck for the rest of the week and all you do. And
Hopefully you have a good... Are you going to go on holidays?
Yes.
You need a break. Me and Bunny,
yes, not even booked.
me and Bunny will actually pay for half it.
I have a baby in the house, you see, and he's just at that age where like, geez, why you carry on when you're on holidays? I've enough bother with the other two boys, so we're just kind of put it off a wee bit. But I'd say maybe I like going away when it's cold.
Oh, fuck that. Has to be 35 degrees.
It's cold here.
I
What
mean,
about
it's cold here.
What about... Oh, here you mean? All right. I thought you meant
Let's go to Alaska with
Go
3
skiing.
weeks.
Go skiing. Have you ever been on a cruise?
Siberia,
Have you ever been on a cruise?
Airbnb, it's Siberia. Get the cards out now. Get us get the
Hey.
heat off that kettle.
Wayne's wrapped up like Charles Rose.
Have you ever been on a cruise?
No, geez, have I? No, I haven't.
Lad.
I have
Bring
a
the
boat.
family.
I have a boat though, so I can do my own cruise.
He has a boat there.
Shit, I forgot to say it, that boat.
Don't worry
But
about it.
that'll be the next episode he's on, part 2. But hey, enjoy Sunday as well. Hopefully we'll
Cheers,
be
boy.
a good
Come
result
on
and
to
stuff.
Donegal.
Come on
Yes.
to Donegal. Thanks, folks. Thanks again to Mark behind the camera. And stay around, folks, for part... What do you hear us? 3.
Cut that last episode too.
Peace out.
Peace out. Welcome back, folks. Welcome back to part 3, episode part 3, I was going to say, of the V&M podcast. And we have a special guest, Darren Boot Music.
He's here, boys. The fucking wanted man in Donegal.
The joke is flat. We actually got him. He was on the road to another gig and we pulled him aside and says, listen, come on and fucking play in our shooting. He said, no bother, that's fucking
I'll always make time for you lads, don't worry.
good man.
Hey.
He's never told me about the memo though. What's the story in the runners?
Well,
Me and
Oh,
Ross are
don't be
preparing a
saying that.
fucking
He's
New
in
Balance.
bad out of form with that all the time.
he fucking never wears any other runners but them fucking runners. And
You
then
know,
I can't wear
When
mine.
you, when you get time out of your busy schedule, go back and see. I have a pair of different runners all the time. I wouldn't mind. He's actually a room up there for his runners.
We actually,
That's
Adidas actually sponsored us and gave us 2 pairs of runners. Imagine that though. Or mine, why do I not have that Adidas sign?
Because yours is fake.
Lucky boys.
Lucky China.
Actually, if
runners.
Adidas, if Adidas is looking sponsor, maybe sponsor all of us.
Aye.
You know,
I'll take
be
a pair.
nice, wouldn't it?
I'll take a pair, no bother.
But speaking about sponsors, we want to just say a massive thanks to O'Reilly Sports
They're
for
nice,
jumping on.
Aren't they, Darren?
They're
They're
lovely.
fucking lovely
They're
here.
class.
These are their All Ireland retro Donegal jerseys, which are class and are available now on their website for the big game on Sunday. So go get yours now, folks. Darren, all jokes aside, thanks a million for coming on and having a chat with us, sir.
Thanks a million for asking.
We were fucking, we're dying to get you in to give a wee, or get a wee chat to you. It's been mad, sir. I'd say a couple of weeks for you, is it?
It's been busy, right? Like especially now, like this wasn't kind of planned. Like I'm kind of busy anyway, all year round. But things have kind of ramped up a bit now with all the bits and pieces that's happening too. Like so,
Yeah.
so it's mighty buzz about. And
It is,
You obviously fucking singer-songwriter and gig around the place and stuff, I guess, here.
Yeah.
The rally song,
yeah,
First of all, what a fucking tune. I don't think I've watched a Donegal rally TikTok where that
What a
song
banger.
is not in the background. Right enough though.
That's mad, the way it kind of took off. That was rewarded from maybe back 23. I had a song called Donegal Has It All, and I released that in March, around Paddy's weekend. And the rally was coming up, and I just kind of had an idea of maybe rewording it
Oh, right.
for the rally.
Right.
So just kind of the same tune, same melody, the whole lot, and then just kind of written out these words and went up to Tommy and full tilt again. I says, Tommy,
No
if this
bother to
here-
Tommy.
Tommy is a genius. If you're looking for recording, Tommy's the man.
We're actually big hits up there. I don't know if you know. We've our number one single. What's it called again, Maffa?
We did a Christmas song for charity, didn't we?
Well,
Freedom.
we had
Oh, that's I seen that video.
Did
we
you
had
see
four,
it?
He
we,
isn't it?
we had 4 words, but it's our song. We get out all the money for it.
Aye, big shout out to Ingrid too. She was great on
That's
it.
right, Ingrid. You the whole heap ones up there.
Hey?
Jimmy Stafford, that whole gang is
The whole lot was on it.
Do you know what? That's a great idea,
That's
and as
class.
you say, like Tommy and all jumping on.
No
that's-
bother. No, Tommy's fucking
Tommy's
taking
a
off
man.
big time, isn't he? Aye.
Tommy's the
He's
man.
great.
like,
Big shout out. We're going to be up in Tommy's very soon too.
yeah.
Give us a shout.
Full
Tommy.
Tilt Studios.
Because that was one of my first times that back in 23 working with Tommy, and we've done a good bit since. Like, and he kind of knows the
Knows
crack of
everything.
me now. He knows my style. He knows what we want to do.
He seems to be very hands-on with people, not beginners, but people getting into the studio first. Because a lot of ones we have in here said the exact same thing.
Oh yeah, like listen, I went up when I was green. I hadn't a clue. I'd done a few bits and pieces here and there of other people, like, but like you're doing bits and pieces of the track, and he said, "We'll do this, we'll slot this in here." And I was just like, "Jesus."
You need somebody.
buzzing coming out of it, you know.
You
it's
need
just
somebody like that,
Jesus,
hey?
on his class, like.
That's what you need. Like.
So you reworded, you scrambled around the words a bit for
I
this.
kind of reworded the whole thing completely. Same tune, whatever. But I just kind of got a few of the past winners in it, and a few of the stages, and you know, they always say Christmas in Donegal comes twice a year. You know, with
Yeah.
you've Christmas in obviously, then you've Christmas in June with the rally and stuff like that. There, that's now been kind of following it throughout my life. From my father, he used to take me to rallies and stuff like that there. So
I was going to ask you, are you a
Yeah.
rally fan, eh?
I'll be big into the rallying kind of side of it, not so much the whole everything else that kind of comes with it.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
No, not even that. With the King of the Coal and all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. I wouldn't
Red
be-
Bull.
Yeah.
So you're a rally fan, like?
I would be, yeah.
I am too. I love the rally. Hey. I go
Yeah.
to it every year.
It wouldn't be fun. I think it's great for the town. Like, it's not
Yeah.
that I don't like rally. If I got a chance to go, I'll go to a stage.
Yeah.
Like, but I'm just not a rally man. Like.
It's some weekend, boys.
Yeah.
It's got. Was it quieter this year? So they reckon it was.
That's because I was away.
Is it, you know what? See, when you go like the main street, no, I think the guards had the fear of God, but the people saying they were going to lift cars left, right, and centre for all the rev.
It was well patrolled, though, wasn't it? To be
I
fair.
don't think
See
it-
down a bit little McDonald's.
Ah.
Well, it was well jammed in.
I think a lot of people didn't want to get their car lifted
Yeah,
this year, and then with the Zach Bryan concert,
that's right. I was up with that as well too, so it was kind of busy
Were you?
weekend all
he's
around,
good too, isn't he? Hey?
Class,
Isn't he?
class. So
I couldn't stop listening to Dermot Kennedy when he came on. Was that
He's-
in London.
I watched, like, I'm a big fan of his, hey.
That Dermot Kennedy when
he
he came
came
on with
on-
Zach Bryan,
He came on in Dublin as well,
Driver. Unbelievable.
Did you watch his performance at Soccer Aid?
No,
Boys,
That's
I got pure emotion watching it.
yeah.
He's fucking unreal. And he looks pure, he looks pure sound.
I sounded a rat.
No, but he looks like he's a nice lad too.
Yeah, no, but I have to say, your man's concert, like, there's very few concerts you go where you know all the songs. You once you go to G's only, but like from start to finish, we were singing. Me and the wife and her sister went up, like, and it was class.
Oh, very good.
Aye.
See the song then. Did
Yeah.
you think the rally version? Did you think it was? Did you ever think it'd be such a hit?
So it's mad just the way it kind of took off, just purely from that weekend, and then you know you kind of keep an eye on your Spotify, your streams and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
like it was still up and up every week, you know, and I think it's about nearly 500,000 there now. It's just on Spotify
Is it?
alone, then, and I think the video and all, I think it's about 6 million all around
Jesus class.
all the platforms and everything, but it just kind of went a bit mad, and it just stemmed from that song, really, you know, and I think people seem to relate to it, and then I got McCaffrey's kind of come on board there, and we done a video for it, and they were showing around all their screens and stuff, and
That's
the drivers took it on board and stuff, so it just kind of went hand in hand, like.
It was a big hit. Honest to God, it's a big hit on TikTok. Like,
Yeah, this is up Donegal now. This is a completely different tune. The song didn't exist 2 weeks ago. This is newly.
Oh, you just wrote it?
Well, it wasn't even intended to write it, but this is all new. So the plan was, well, actually there was no plan, because I was we're on holidays there last week, just over in Scotland for a few days. So if we hadn't beat Meath, or you know, there'd be no All Ireland.
Yeah.
it wouldn't have got released. So we just took a chance and got Joe Gibson ready on the fiddle and went up and recorded in Tommy's. There, so this
No
day-
bother Joe, I was school with Joe.
Is it? Mighty Man Joe.
But did you think, oh, I need to get this recorded?
So it was just taking a pure chance. So this was
Yeah.
what day is today? Wednesday. This day 2 weeks ago. I just said, you know what, better looking at it than looking forward.
Yeah.
When the time comes, so we just took a chance.
Joe's talented, isn't he?
Joe's mighty man. Jesus, Joe come in and like a world one, 2 takes.
He was always talented in school. He could do
Yeah,
anything.
I
so.
just give him a wee idea. Joe want a bit of fiddling here, and he'll play and he'll vamp and he'll do whatever he wants over like and. You got this he'll go and wank all over. Does he see himself with the fiddle?
He's a dirty concert.
Yeah.
He is.
So this is the way. But yeah, so Joe was class. And he's played in nearly all my songs actually, just as and backup and everything. So mighty man.
Did you write many songs before that?
A couple here and there, yeah. Not the kind of same kind of style as the Donegal tunes. Not there was one. The first one was kind of a bit more serious about kind of mental health and stuff.
Yeah.
Then the other one was kind of for my kind of sister-in-law. But other than that, no, not a wild pile of tunes.
Do you enjoy writing?
Do I like it's you don't sit down really like maybe bar the All Ireland tune. You don't go geez, I must go write a song or something ideas come to you. Just kind of.
Do you just write it down? And
Sometimes
then keep coming back to it?
An idea, like for that I had a song White Feather way back and I only had the title and that was it. And it was in my book. I said, you know what, I'll come back someday and one day I did kind of have a chorus and a few more verses and then I kind of finish it. But like it flows fairly quickly when you start, like which is good enough, So maybe I have about 5 or 6 originals up on Spotify and then there's a few covers and stuff like that there then. So just tapping away at it,
Oh, so you do like weddings and everything?
I do the whole lot, whatever.
Very good.
Yeah, so kind of drinks, receptions, weddings,
After parties and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How long have
P
you?
Daddy's gaff.
Daddy parties.
How long have you been playing? How long have you been gigging?
Gigging out and about maybe since 2008. So what's that going back? Yeah, so
13 years.
About that.
Quick math.
That was a guess. Do you like it?
Listen, there's no point in, if you're not enjoying it, there's no point in standing up there with a long face on. Like, you have to embrace it and enjoy the crack. And, you could be sick to the F of playing certain songs, but you have to understand, like, if someone comes up and requests a song, they mightn't have heard that song in 2 months.
Change your
Played
crowd,
it 3
not
times this night, but you just say, listen,
change your crowd, not your material.
that's it.
Okay, on there, boy.
Yeah.
It's a guess.
But you have to enjoy it.
I enjoy it surely, fuck out, because as you say, if someone's out and they haven't seen you before, and somebody stands up with a sour head in them and pure depressed mode, it's
That's
it
it.
ruin their night.
The
Like,
night goes quicker for you too. Like, but I enjoy having the crack and having the banter of whoever's out and about because it's that's what they're there to do. Like, you're not there to stand with a long face all night either. But
do you do much on social media?
I do a few bits here and there. Like, like I'd be fairly active on it. Putting gigs up on stories and stuff like.
It's a way to go forward now, isn't it?
But
Social media is
Especially
massive.
for the type like you guys, like you need to be kind of.
Like, listen, when venues are booking you, they're expecting it of some kind of advertisement return, especially if you do have a bit of a following. Just
Let me ask you a question, and I'm actually just thinking this here now. See what do you think of people getting booked for a gig but going live online at the same time?
Yeah.
Now, we know a couple of lads that do that and they're brilliant, we love
Yeah.
it, but there's a lot of mixed reviews about it.
No, I tell you, I might have done it. If there was one place, maybe it was Wild Quiet one night, which maybe it was a midweek gig or something out there. I might have did it once, but I wouldn't be in favour of it.
Nah.
To be honest.
Why is that?
A lot of people are like, you're getting booked to play this place.
Yeah.
Other people's watching you.
You should be fully focused on
Well,
that.
that's it exactly, and that's my way of going to it. And listen, don't get me wrong, if I see someone at a gig, and if you're at home, you'll flick in it and you'll watch it for a while, but I just, when you kind of see the people going,
I know why.
chatting away, then you're like,
Yeah, what are these?
There's maybe people in front of you chatting.
Tommy from Asia.
Aye.
How are you,
But that's what
Tommy?
I mean. I was just thinking that the other day because
and
we
nothing
were,
against anybody that
That's
does
good.
it.
No,
It's
me
a-
neither, I
it's
don't
a-
give a
It's their own opinion, their own choice to do it. But I wouldn't be for it. I would rather have the crack of the ones in front of me. And
You have to have the crack with the crowd, like.
I think I did it a
100%.
couple of times, and I thought, geez, what should we just, it's not that it doesn't get any extra followers, or maybe it does. I don't know. I don't think I did anyway. I lost followers over the head of it.
Don't you worry,
So
we,
they're like,
we've done that.
Jesus, the shit
we
is
lost a
fuck.
lot of followers.
Christ.
Funny's no tongue, he can't have his mouth.
Whatever
Yeah.
he says, I fuck on now.
But you see some boys from the big setup and the lights and the camera and everything in front of them, and it's like, Jesus.
The big fucking thing, like.
Far cry, like, you know.
No, I'm constantly playing. But I'd say these people probably do it, as you say, as a midweek gig.
Yeah.
When you're not too busy, when there's 3 or 4 ones unlushed out their heads, magic mushrooms or something. But
Probably gets them through it, to be fair.
Well, that,
I don't know. I
don't blame him at that.
I
too, 'cause,
don't
like,
think. I don't think. Now, in all fairness, you being a Saturday night or Friday night down in McGinley's or Voodoo, you being live. Not a hope.
Well,
The
that's
ones
it,
tripping past you and all that crap.
But yeah, if it's the case that, you know, if you have a camera set up in the corner way over there, and
Aye.
team away and batter away and let them watch you without having to chat to them.
One's fingering over the corner, the camera. With some crack.
Coldplay job all over again.
Coldplay. Jeez, that was some man, wasn't it?
It was right.
We
See,
we did a
re-
remake of the photo of
I
it.
seen it.
That's mad, like.
You look too good in that photo.
Aye, fucking hell. It is mad, it ruined it. He resigned and everything.
I see that.
It's mad under that actually. Fuck me. But I said from right.
Aye. Well, he didn't. He says the wife wasn't going to the game. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm getting married next.
Fucking
I'm getting married next week. Jesus.
I should just say that.
bad hair, Aye.
Cut that too.
Cut the whole plant. Give me your plans for the match.
Plans for the match. So thank God I got a ticket yesterday. So plan is to go down Sunday morning.
Oh, so you're not staying down.
No, I was asked I would have a wedding thing to do the night before, so in Sligo, so that's not going to work. So I'm going to go down and do the breakfast buffet thing with Highland Radio. There.
Oh fuck! Yeah.
Oh, Sheenan's organising a second part of their Road to Croker thing, so they're looking for a bit of live entertainment there. I'm sure Rory Gallagher that's going as well, and to be plenty of
Oh, Rory's back over, is he?
Rory's he's over enough for the match now on Saturday, and then he's in the D2 then Saturday and Sunday as well. So,
Jeez, you're mad busy this week, sir.
that's just me doing that there, like just for a bit of crack and everything. So I think it's just to get. There's going to be a few about, and there'll be, you know, everyone comes down early and get the buzz going, and
Aye, get the
especially for
fucking
everyone listening.
get the crack going.
Anybody
Right.
who can't get up, because there's going to be a lot of people who can't get to the
Oh,
the game too, like, which is a pity. But
as you say, even after, it's hard to say when if they won or if they don't
well,
win.
like they have to plan these things. You see, like
That's
so
what I mean,
I'm booked in for the homecoming in Donegal Town if they do. If, like,
There is going to be a homecoming.
Regardless anyway, yeah.
But if they
regardless.
won, you're going to go.
No, but I'll be doing it regardless. Anyway.
Oh, right.
So
I
one
thought
lose
you
or
were just
draw.
saying.
Yeah. So one lose or draw, I'll be there. Like the few other acts lined up.
We'll
as well.
hope it is a fucking one, to be fair.
Hopefully, you know, there'll be some buzz for the week. Or you know, Kerry, as I was saying the last night in the Clan Relay, Kerry have done this whatever 39 odd times. Like,
I know,
they'll get a couple of days out of it,
Aye.
go back to normal. Like if we manage to get over the line,
And
on
to
Sunday,
see the
we'll
last
get, we'll
time,
get the month out of it, like for the crack.
it
Oh,
was
fuck it.
2012.
You were 34 back in.
I'd be friendly with Copper McFadden was on from Glenswilly. So he got me into the voodoo up the stairs to them, to all the boys, and I was up in the bar with Patrick McBurdy and all that. But I ended up going out to the Mount Ergo, Marty McElhenney and all them, I'd be friendly with them. And I was standing at the front door at 6:30 in the morning, smoking, and the vodka ran bull, and I copped on, I was working.
Jesus.
And I got a taxi and my uncle was painting the house. And I says to him, I'm going up the stairs, go up, got a shower, fell asleep in the couch, sees your taxi outside, and I went to work for the full day.
Tight.
Unpick an order and back in the toilet and vomited. And I did that the whole day. It lasted the day.
So you weren't on your own that day, now, in fairness.
No, the fuck. It was mad, like, it was a
Yeah.
Thursday night homecoming in Letterkenny, you know.
We watched the game. We were in Australia. We were in Brisbane that time. We watched the game
Oh,
with
right,
Pig
fun.
and Whistle, and like it was just the biggest anticlimax once the game was over.
I would say, hey.
Every man out, and it was the middle of the night that time. You're away
Mm.
home. You're like, what do you do now? Like,
I know, I
and tell
partied in
you,
the house.
I never feel as homesick as you did.
I would
But
say
I
that.
did that
Aye,
thing,
100%.
Fucking videos, I would say, from Homer
I
tight.
couldn't watch anything after that then. Like, I was just like,
Were you in Australia?
we
For
were
long?
there, nearly 2 years. Back in,
Oh, were you?
I was back in 2011. Just like everybody else, the Notion came on that time. Just
Did you like it?
And experience-wise, what did you think?
it was good, yeah. Like I suppose didn't get the breaks as other people got. You know, when you're like working in the mines and stuff like that. Like I wouldn't class myself as well handy in that now, so you're kind of bluffing your way.
I mean,
You're
you
like,
used together and that there.
So
I couldn't turn a Hoover on. What
you
joking?
do?
He's a very good cleaner.
Don't lie me, I'm cleaning my room.
That's what I cleaned
Do
it.
feet.
13 after.
Yeah.
Actually, never got them breaks. But
Not
the
really.
hey, the amount of people on the mines and having a fucking clue.
Well, that's it. Yeah, listen.
Should they lie their way there, don't they?
More or less, like you have to, like, listen, there was a couple of jobs I did, like you're bluffing, driving a dumper and stuff, and I'd never even sat in one before. And I got a job out and I went round and I looked round her and I kicked the tyres and I got in her and this is right. And
Drove her on the wall.
The foreman on the site followed me out in his ute the whole way along the bank, and I said, right, this is grand, it's automatic, so no bother. And then got up as far as we had the reverse, and I was like, right, this could be dodgy now.
Pressure's on.
And I couldn't get her back under the bucket of digger. And the next thing the boy came in, hey, can't. He says, you get 5 seconds to get this yoke in under this bucket. And I goes, here, listen, I'll be honest with you. He says, I never drove this yoke. I never drove any of these yokes in my life. He says, but he says, if you just give me another 30 seconds to get this figured out and to get her under it. And once that happened, then
You're laughing.
that was it. And I was way happy all day. And then I went up to him after. He says, so we'll come back tomorrow. He goes, you'll be alright.
Geez, mad, isn't it?
He lets you go.
Yeah, and he said, yeah, you're fine. Come back tomorrow, like.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You make money out there. You can. If you get
That time you could have, like, but now, like, chatting ones that they're like,
It's a
back
holiday
then
now.
it was like
Give me your
maybe
phone
$8 a pint.
Hmm?
Now it's like $16 a pint. Everyone's just gone crazy.
Aye,
now,
so
like,
everything's fucking through.
But
the-
isn't it like if you want to make money, you can?
yeah.
Aye, it's if you
Oh,
shut
listen,
down
you
and
gotta
don't go
put the
drinking.
head down. You know,
Yeah, and get it done like and come back, and
yeah.
build your house.
Sure,
Or,
listen, there's probably there's money to be made. You just have to watch yourself, and I don't think. Listen, maybe being about Sydney not there, like I know there's still everyone's still out partying, but like you're going out to live too and have a bit of crack and like that's
Yeah.
not what it is
Exactly.
at the time, like so.
that's good, though, isn't it? Hey?
Mm.
It's good that people. It's good you experienced it.
Well, listen, I was lucky because I worked in a few bars and I played a bit of music out there up and down the
Oh,
coast
did you?
there too, so
Oh,
I
class.
was kind of good that way. So
Mm-hmm.
you know, if I'd have known then, would have known now. Like I could have just stuck at the music the whole time out there, you know.
Aye.
And you
Aye,
could have
be
been
good
flat
money
out,
in
like,
that time.
Yeah.
Do you know what? It's good for people out there, isn't it? It brings a wee bit of home back.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
100%.
Like,
There's
it was
a
like-
lot of that out there, like.
yeah.
Do you know what? Actually, we actually had a lot of feedback from this. The people watch it when they're away. Who was?
Surely.
There's a couple of ones on this that they just tune in to hear the slang or the
Yeah.
sham or the
Or just
fucking
news or
That's
news
mad. Like, I used
or-
to play down about Bondi Junction there in the tea gardens every Friday evening, like, and it was just wall to wall Irish and on their work gear and stuff, and just unreal. Home
Fuck.
farm, like, yeah.
That's brilliant, sir. Folks, just a massive shout out to O'Reilly Sports for jumping on episode 68 and sponsor me and Marty on our wee podcast. Thank you very much to the two lads.
Thank you, lads.
Darren, thank you so much for coming on. Which is, as we says to Brendan, sir, fucking mad busy. But appreciate you coming
Busy
on.
week, but good, yeah. Thanks for having me, lads.
no
Yes.
bother, we appreciate it, sir.
Up Donegal.
Up Donegal as well.
We I just have a couple of wee shout outs and to do, and then Darren's going to play us out. I hope I got the song right. Up Donegal.
Up Donegal. I didn't put much thought into the title now. like most of the
Sounds
things.
like-
How long did it take you to think of that? A couple of days.
I think it was another case of me and Tommy up in the studio. What do we call this one? Up Donegal.
But there is a you shout Up Donegal in it, like, isn't
Yeah,
it?
so,
So-
yeah, and we got Tommy and Joe's and the backing vocals there too. So
Are they?
Aye, Tommy wants to be credited now, so as well. So
You'll be looking for
you'll be
money.
looking for a few
Tommy.
pound out of every stream.
You'll be looking money off you next.
But,
Folks, we just want to say a massive shout out to the Ballard DCA who are running Crazy Nights. It's a brand new, all singing, all dancing, all ages. I need to start that again.
All
You
ages?
don't say shit. Folks, we just want to say folks, we just want to give a massive shout out to the Ballard Theatre and Balbuffet who are doing
Crazy nights.
Crazy Nights is a brand new, all singing, all dancing, all ages.
All ages.
What the fuck?
Just go. All ages.
No, not yet. That's not them.
I'm loving ages.
Folks, we just want to give a massive shout out to the Ballard Arts Theatre who is running
Crazy nights.
Crazy Nights. It's a brand new, all singing, all dancing for all ages. And it's heating up in the Ballard stage. From the team behind the Hit Factory, Hairspray, and it's featuring hits from Queen, Taylor Swift, Bruno Mars, and more. With a cast of young Donegal stars giving up their summer to bring the magic. This is not to be missed, folks, so if you can, check out the Ballard for your tickets. Think teen drama, grown up chaos, one mad fundraising gig. It's music, mayhem, and mighty crack.
Boom, crazy nights.
Tickets are flying. Some nights are actually sold out, I think. So if you can contact the box office on 074 9130 424. We never normally do numbers, but that's good. Or you can book online too by their link on their social medias. But,
Ballard Theatre.
The Ballard Theatre, I just want to say, my wife is a choreographer.
Choreographer.
Well done, Mafa! Choreographer.
Golden Star.
And I've seen some of the wee glimpses behind the scenes and stuff like
Behind
that.
the scenes.
And it's a clinker now. So if you can, folks, it's running from the 29th of July to the 2nd of August. So get your tickets now, and that'll be good. Me and Mafa's going. We're going to be front row. So yeah, fuck, I took a long time there. Another one, just another shout out. This is good for you, Mark. A charity blind date.
Ooh.
This September, and it's in Simpsons in Carndonagh. And it's for a very good cause, Mental Health Ireland. Me and Mav have pushed that a lot ourselves, so check that out, folks. That'll be a good night. And they're looking for single men and women aged between 30 and 80 to take part. 30
80?
and 80. So we have the man, Mark will do it there. And tickets are only €10 for
Cheap.
a good night.
Cheap.
Good night in store.
Cheap.
And if you want tickets, you can contact Deborah Shields on social media there. She's TikTok, you get her on, and Instagram as well. So that's a good night to get involved in, and the crack will be good there, no doubt. So yeah, thank God I got all them out of the way. I'm not tongue twisted. Now say about our giveaway.
So folks, if you want to go over to our Instagram page, we have a massive giveaway. We have these Donegal retro jerseys from O'Reilly Sports and Balbafay. Get a look on their website too while you're on there. And we're giving away a V&M podcast fleece and €150 cash. So what you can do with €150, you can sponsor it back to me and Vinny. But get over their page, you have to like, share, and
Tag a mate,
tag a mate. Tag any mate at all.
even if you don't like it.
Preferably it has to be living. So get over their page. It's a good one, isn't it? Get over their page, like, share, and tag a mate, and you could be €150, a retro jersey, or a V&M podcast fleece, and a night away with Darren Boot. Thanks,
Well done,
folks.
Mav, well done.
Priceless, that is.
No, that's that out of the way anyway. Again, just to Darren for coming down and
Thanks,
we
Darren.
chat with us, and he is going to play us out.
He
now.
actually drove down his dumper truck from Australia.
in reverse.
He reversed the whole way down from Burton Port.
Oh, Jesus. No, but that's us, folks, for our Donegal special. We just want to say a massive good luck to Jim and the lads on Sunday in the All-Ireland final against Kerry.
Come on, the boys.
Come on, the boys. We hope you bring Sam home to us. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you on Monday in Donegal town for the party. Darren Boot will be there singing tunes.
By some weekend, I'm getting married on Friday.
That's
I could be just coming out of the after party.
Sam at the top table. That's what you have to organise.
I would, man. I'll give Murphy a wee text, lad. Throw Sam up the top table.
Just another thing before we go, good job you mentioned that. We'll be back after Marty's married. I know who the fuck would marry the one, but
We're taking a break, taking a Kit Kat.
we're not taking a break, but we just want to say a massive well done. A massive good luck to Marty next weekend as he gets married to his, I was going to say childhood girlfriend there, but you've had about 55 girlfriends and jocks. So massive good congratulations and good luck to Marty and Ashley next weekend as they get married, and they'll be back in episode 69 with all the weight back
Tune
on
in,
again.
Vinny's going live at the wedding.
But no, it's singing us out, folks, with Up Donegal is Darren Boot. Woo!
Shouting up Donegal, we're marching on, we're heading for Croker. In full song, singing Jimmy's winning matches and the hills of Donegal. The memories of 92 and 12 linger on. G stands for green and gold, as hardy as they come. We won't back down, we'll stick her out until the battle's won. There are no trains to Donegal, but we're fueled by desire. We'll save a seat on the bus to take home Sam Maguire. Shouting up Donegal, we're marching on, we're heading for Croker. In full song, singing Jimmy's winning matches and the hills of Donegal. Memories of 92 and 12 linger on. conquered all of Ulster, put Mayo to bed. Left Monaghan rattled, shaking their heads. Now Murphy's back, he knows the crack, he's been here before. Our team of 15 heroes, and we're hungry for more. Shouting, up Donegal, we're marching on. We're heading for Croker, in full song, singing Jimmy's winning matches, and the hills of Donegal. Memories of 92 and 12 linger on. Yep. Yes, we're proud of where we come from, the jewel in Ireland's crown. We'll sing it loud, we'll sing it proud, in every single town. The green and gold army with McGuinness at the helm will stand as one, together strong, to take Sam home again. Shouting, up Donegal, we're marching on. We're heading for Croker, in full song, singing Jimmy's winning matches, and the hills of Donegal. Memories of 92 and 12 linger on. Shouting, up Donegal, we're marching on. We're heading for Croker, in full song, singing Jimmy's winning matches, and the hills of Donegal. Memories of 92 and 12 linger on. The memories of 92 and 12 linger on. Woo! Donegal!